fly and sting like a bee. George can't hit what his hands can't see.
Welcome, nation, to the Soy Nation. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. First, we're gonna start with baseball, and we're going to A-Rod and his 600th home run. And the question is, will he get it? Yes, he will get it, but please remember it took him 10 days last year, or in 2007, to get 500. So, yeah, that may take a little while. So, I don't think he'll get it tomorrow. I don't think he'll get it the day after. I think it's going to take him a little while. Because A-Rod, no offense, but he has been slower than usual this year. Next, is it even important anymore? With all this steroid stuff and all, ruining people's records for home runs, no, it's not important anymore. Sure, it's going to give the fans some hype, but the Yankees really don't need the hype. I mean, if it was Albert Pujols down in St. Louis, they need that. That could give them some more fans. If it was the Marlins, they had some guy about to reach 600 on their team. They could actually get some fans in their stadium. No offense to the Marlins, you just don't have many fans. But in my opinion, steroids has ruined that record for Barry Bonds. Not that Barry Bonds himself has ruined the record, but with all these people using steroids, you really can't say who did and who didn't. And that's why you question, did they cheat to get that record? You don't know, and that's what really ruined that record. So, the next question, let's move on to basketball. And that is CP3. For those who don't know, CP3 is Chris Paul, number 3 on the New Orleans Hornets. And the question is, where is he going? He was trying to get trade talks Monday with New Orleans, and his new top team, I believe, is the Orlando Magic, followed by the Portland Trail Blazers, followed by the Dallas Mavericks, followed by the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks were at the top. Apparently now they're at the bottom, for the simple fact that the Orlando Magic is more realistic to go to. Of course, I think the top 2 are probably the only 2 teams that New Orleans will probably trade with. For the simple fact that Orlando has a lot of good players they could send to New Orleans, and Portland has a lot of depth there, and they need a big player, and New Orleans would be happy to give them one, if New Orleans trades him. Personally, I hope he stays in New Orleans. Next is, if he does go to Orlando, how would a Magic versus Heat game be? That would be awesome, because from what I've been told, Chris Bosh and Chris Paul are actually it ends up being a good game. Fans go to the games just to see them play each other. And Dwight Howard and Dwayne Wade, it'd be the battle in South Florida, basically. And that would be, in my opinion, a sellout game every year. I'd even go to see that, and I don't even live in Florida. Next, let's move on to football. Tom Brady. Will he hold out? If those who don't know, Tom Brady is trying to get a new contract. Personally, I don't think he will hold out. I think he will go, just for the simple fact that he's trying to show leadership on the team. Maybe he's trying to take a more peaceful way to it, more positive. I'm going, I do want money, so I'm going to show you that I can perform. I'll work with this team. I personally prefer that over some players just saying I'm not going to training camp to get better until you pay me. I don't feel like that's necessary. Next, it's still on Tom Brady, and we're going to introduce a new segment called Winner and Leader. And we're going to talk, the player we're talking about, we're going to discuss whether or not they're still a winner and still a leader. Is Tom Brady still a leader? Technically, on the Patriots, he is still technically the leader, but it's only for his name, and it's only for his position. If he was a big wide receiver on that team, who would come in the 6th round and just dominated, and became the leader of the team, but got hurt, and then came a little bit later and had a poor season, he won't be the leader anymore. But Tom Brady, with his name and everything, he'll still be the leader of that offense. But in my opinion, it really should be Randy Moss or Wes Welker, but Wes Welker's injured. So, he will still be the leader. But is he a winner? Are the Patriots still a winner? No. In my opinion, the Patriots will struggle this year. Not like a bad team struggle, but for a good team, they will struggle. I think they will go worse than last year. I think they may go 9-7, maybe 8-8. For the simple fact that it looks like they solved their defensive problem, but in my opinion, they didn't. I just feel that they don't know how to fix a Wes Welker injury. I think that will hold them back this year. And I also think that Tom Brady has lost some of his Brady magic. So, that's my opinion. Some people will say the Patriots will do awesome this year just for their defense. Their defense, I think, will be better than their offense, but their offense is going to do poor this year, in my opinion. Next is the Extra, which is a versus segment. Favre versus LeBron. Who will have the better decision? Now, as you know, Brett Favre has not made his decision on whether or not he will come back. But I can assure you, it will not be a 1 hour special. LeBron's already made his decision. He's going to the Miami Heat, which we all know is a horrible move. Brett Favre, personally, I think Brett Favre should have been the #1 athlete, like the most popular athlete of the year. For those who don't know, Tiger Woods got it, so I don't know why. I guess just for his name. But Brett Favre, the way he decides it, he doesn't do it around media. He doesn't need to. He discusses with his family. The way he performed it last year and the year before. Sure, people are getting annoyed with it, but in my opinion, the way he does it is what makes his better than anyone else's, especially LeBron's. LeBron, yeah, he talked with his family. Yeah, he talked to everything, but he did not talk with his fans. That is, Brett Favre, his jersey's still worn in Green Bay. Can anyone explain? If I see a LeBron James jersey worn in Cleveland, I can assure you it's some guy trying to be sarcastic. It's not some guy who likes him. And people still wear Brett Favre jerseys in Green Bay because he's still loyal. He still loves the fans. He explains to the fans why he did that, and he wanted to go back to Green Bay. That's why, in my opinion, Brett Favre wins. Brett Favre has a better decision. Even if he decides to retire, he still has a better decision. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and please remember, support the Cavaliers, subscribe to my channel, tell everyone else about it, tell them to subscribe. We need the subscribers. Alright, that's it. Thank you.